Okay. I think I'm going to get comments tonight. Yay. Okay. I think I'm going to get comments tonight. Yay. Okay. I think I'm going to get comments. If you're here, give me a shout out. Hello, hello. Let's see if my comments are working. I think I did it. Oh, Connie Polk. Hello, Connie. Can you see this? That is what from Nana. I can see it, but it's only up in my on my phone. How can I get it down below? Let's see. Oh, well, I'll just have to stand up. How lazy can I be? Okay, it's officially 7 o'clock. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Glad that you're here tonight. It is Monday, February 28th, 2022. We are going to make the coolest fun fold. And I want to credit Wendy Cranford, Love and Stamps. She's my newest favorite demonstrator person that I watch, or what do they call it? Stalk. But I guess it's not stalking if you're watching it, but check this out. It's a fun fold. It opens like this, and then it opens like this. Holy schmoly. And then you can put whatever, but we didn't go there yet, did we? I am so excited. Well, today's the last day of celebration. You have about 3 hours to get anything free. Well, let me move this. One couple of things I wanted to bring to your attention is, well, first of all, I just have this here. This is multi-liquid glue. I call it the green glue. And it is my favorite type of adhesive to use with cards. It gives you a little wiggle room. It has a little fine tip. And the other tip that I never use, you can smear it on. I don't ever use that. I just use the fine tip. But this is from Leanne Greff, Greff. And she's Flower Bug Ink Spot. And you can put your glue in here and keep it, oh my God. Then everything is always at the bottom and ready for you to use. Just thought I'd let you know that. I'm so excited. If you're here, say hi. Let's see if I'll have to stand up. Oh, so Jan's here. Hi, Jan. Who else is here? Brian, my son, and Connie, and Betty. So that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess they don't show me, but that's okay. I'm so excited, and Brian knows this too, is that my daughter Molly is getting married this Saturday. I'm so excited. I should, next, when I get it finished, I'll show you the announcements I'm making for her. She made this decision about 3 weeks ago. Oi, oi. But I got to give her credit. It's working out beautifully. She is just amazing. And her fiance, Sean, give a shout out to him too. He's amazing as well. The sentiments that I'm using today are going to be retired tomorrow. Calming Camellia. I didn't even know that's how you said that, but Calming Camellia. I'm using In Your Thoughts, and then also I Love Being Your Friend. And Jan, that's for you. Shout out to Jan, because she's the one who gave me this. Oh, I put my $300 order in, and it was the day before this went free. I would have had to pay $24 for it, and I wasn't going to do that. And I didn't get it. But Jan was so generous, and she put an order in. You have to see the wonderful things that are being done with this. But I'm going to try to do it not only with this, but with other sets as well, using the chalk pen, which will be really fun. One of the other things that you're going to need tonight is a cutter, a slide cutter. I don't know, I call it a slide cutter, so that we can cut the cardstock. So the pieces that we're going to need, and oh yeah, by the way, my name is Colleen Ciascio, and I am in the Crafty Basement. So welcome, welcome. I'm glad you are all here. Here's my name. Oop, I got an extra person. Let's see who it is. Connie, congrats to Molly and her future to be. How exciting. Yeah, I'm so not only excited, I'm be glad when it is kind of done. Oh, and Autumn is here. Hi, Autumn. Autumn is a friend of mine who just started doing her own Facebook Lives, and I'm learning from her as well as her kind of just watching me. And I'll tell you why. Because she not only makes the card that she's making, but then she makes like 4 samples of using the same. Obviously, you've never seen me do that. Sometimes I do, but it's a lot of work to come up with 4 different ones. So I give a shout out to Autumn, and that's what I learned. Okay, so here we go. I have cardstock A. You're going to need a 4.5 by 11, and we're going to be cutting this and scoring this. So 4.5 by 11. You need a cardstock B, just different picture. They're kind of the same, but not really. And this one is 5.25 by 8. So basically it's a little bit smaller than a piece of cardstock. It's just 1/2 inch off the 8.5 inch side, and then 1/4 inch off of the half of it, whatever. Okay, then you're gonna need a piece of Designer Series paper. I have to tell you that this is a direct copy from Wendy Cranford, so thank you, Wendy. But I'm using the Simply Marvelous that was free in the celebration. And so that DSP is 3 3/4 by 5. You're also going to need a piece of DSP with 1 by 5. On this card, I used 2 different pieces. I used one for the 3 3/4 by 5, and then I used a different piece. It's not the back, it's a different piece for this. I just liked adding that extra color. You need a circle. I cut mine out. A circle, mine is 2 1/4 out of cardstock A, so that it matches the very base. And then, oops, I forgot to do this. Oh, I didn't write it down. You need a cardstock that is, oh boy, I know I have a, well, I wondered why that other measurement was here. But this one is going to be 5 1/4 by 1 1/4. I should put this on here. Cardstock B, you're also going to need 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. There it is, now you know. Okay, and then this is my sentiment, and I cut it from the tailored tag punch. So, okay. As they say in the crafting world, and I hate it, I'm going to have to come up with something else. Maybe you can help me with that. I hate, let's get started. So, I don't want to do that. You're too sweet. Oh, you're sweet too, Autumn. And you know, I found how to read my comments. They're on my phone rather than on my iPad, which is off wherever I am, to this side over here. And I thought I could read them. And I thought I usually was able to, but oh well. Okay. So, oh, also the opal rounds is what I'm using. And I thought that it would be great because it picks up the color of the cards. I also have a little tip for you. I was going through cleaning, which is a never-ending job, and I found this stuff. And I had a fellow demonstrator tell me that a lot of times the mail won't take, like when you put the bumpy embellishments on it and you have to pay extra. But if you cut this down and put this on top, it makes it so that it's flat and it goes through the mailing machine. So there's a tip. So I get this free in stuff when it's sent to me, and I just keep it with, okay, doesn't everybody have piles of stuff everywhere? But if you cut it on top of here, put it in your envelope, it won't be too thick, but it'll help it through the mail. Okay, so I'm going to take these things and I'm going to do our cutting. So this is a Stampin' Up! Cutter, and it has the little arm that comes out like this that I don't think we'll need, but let's see what else we have. Okay, no one else is saying anything. I have to step up. Oh. Okay, I'm going to take my base card here, and again, that's the 4 1/4 by 11, and I'm going to move my cutting blade. I don't know if you can see that, but I moved it out of the way, and I'm going to put this up at 5 1/2, because half of 11 is 5 1/2, which I know that you're just so excited that I know how to measure and do math. I'm sure I read it somewhere. Okay, so now I have my fold line. I'm just gonna make it a little bit like that so I can see it better. And what I'm going to do then is I'm gonna turn my cardstock and I'm gonna cut this at 1 1/2, but let me show you what I'm gonna do. And I think I'll cut it from up here. So I'm gonna put my cardstock up here at 1 1/2. I'm going to move my blade up there, so 1 1/2. Down here is 5 1/4. So I'm going to take my cutting blade and I'm going to put it up at the top. I'm going to close my cutter. 5 1/2 is right about here. Make sure I did that right. It doesn't look right. Yep, 5 1/2. I'm going to take that cutting. Oops. And I'm going to go down to the 5 1/2 right here. I'm a little bit sad because, oh good, it did so good. Okay, then I have this right here. Well, we're going to cut the bigger part off. So now I'm going to slide my paper in so that my 5 1/2 mark, I'm going to move these down and out of the way. So here's my cutter here. I'm going to cut up to that 1 1/2 mark. 1 1/2 cut. Yay! Now I have this. So let me lift this up out of here and move my cutter off to the side because I don't need that anymore. So again, what I did was I scored it at the 5 1/2 mark, and then I put it in the cutter and I cut from the edge to the 5 1/2 mark. And then I turned it, and then I cut from the top down to the 1 1/2 mark, and then discarded this piece that was here. Easy peasy, but holy buckets, it's going to be so much fun. Yeah, it did make a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to suggest too that you guys, if you don't have a bone folder, it's really, really good to have to make your folds nice and creasy. Make your creases nice and solid, because then your cards will stay shut, and also it helps. And I'm looking at this and I didn't quite cut that all the way, so I'm just going to take my scissors for some reason. Oh, I know, maybe because I'm doing this on camera. I think everybody just blames it on that. Okay, so here I have this right here, and I'm excited to have it. Let me see. Oh, Holly Christians. Holly, hi Holly, how are you? Yay! Bring them on camera. I don't even know what that means. So I'm going to take this base that I just did, and I'm going to put it off to the side. The circle that I cut, this piece, I just cut it out of the extra piece that we cut out of there. Now what I'm going to do is take that piece of cardstock that measures 5 1/4 by 8, and I should have scored it, but I didn't. And this is where your bone folder comes in really well. I'm going to match my corners. I don't know if you can see that. Match my corners, and then slightly push it, take my bone folder and give it a good old crease. Just like that. So now I have a card. I'm going to crease both sides. Now I have a card, but this card is not quite as big as your regular cards. Anyway, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take that piece of Designer Series paper. I think I'm going to change it up. My other one was, did I have one? Oh no, I guess the moms were going to do that. You could either choose this side of your DSP or this side. I'm going to use the marble side of the Marvelous. And I know that these Monday Night Lives are for you to use up the stash that you have. So I don't feel so bad using this free Designer Series paper because you will be using some paper from your stash. Okay. And again, I like this. Well, I probably didn't say this today, but I like the liquid glue because I didn't quite have my edges matched up. And by having the liquid glue, I can move it around so that it is. And while I'm at it and gluing and happy, I'm going to take this little one that's 1 inch by 5, I believe, and I'm going to take my liquid glue, put some glue on it. You really don't need a whole lot because it's very strong stuff. Okay, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to glue this onto here. So right now we have, let me do an overall overview. We have our card base that we cut 1.5 inches. We scored it at 5.5, left 1.5 and cut off the edge, cut it down here, and then we cut it off and we put that aside. Then we had our second piece of cardstock B, and we adhered our DSP to the card flap like this, and we're going to have it landscape like this rather than vertical like that. I think those are the two words that go together. Anyway, and then here is the strip that I also mounted the cardstock on. Go for the marble. There you go. Thank you. Go for the marble. Go for the marble. That's what I did instead of the swirly. Oh, wow. I think, oh, Brian said go for the marble. Why did I say Betty? I think my glasses are dirty. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to open our base card and we're going to take this strip. Now it's going to close like this, but we're going to flip it over so this is the front, and we're going to put this onto here using my favorite mono adhesive. You guys, this card is so darn cute, and it's kind of like Terry Gaines, my upline, did some really cute cards using the same color paper, and we're going to do that card next week. I'm pretty thrilled with that one. Anyway, so now I have my card and the strips are attached. I'm going to open that strip again, and then on the back of my card here, I'm going to put glue. I probably put a little too much, but that's okay. That's okay. So I am so happy spring is coming because I'm tired of winter. Okay, so I'm going to put that down here. Love the green glue. Look, Autumn loves that green glue. It is like the best. Why not use it? Okay, so here we have part of our card. If I were adventurous, Wendy did not decorate up here. She just basically then put her sentiment on. I have not ventured out to do more than just what she did. But I'm going to take my You're in My Thoughts today. And I was thinking, there are a lot, you know, Ukraine is in my thoughts today. So I should dedicate this live to the Ukraine. I'm so like not happy, but I don't know of anybody who is happy except Putin, and he's an idiot. So now I put my tailored tag sentiment onto my circle. That looks weird, but then what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere it onto just this part of the flap. So Terry Gaines gave us this tip, is that you're going to figure out where you want to put your words, and then instead of putting it on here, you're going to put your dimensionals, instead of putting your dimensionals on your sentiment, put your dimensionals on the part here, and this way it's not going to go off the edge, and then you can't open your card. What fun would that be on a fun fold if you couldn't open it? Oh my gosh, you guys, I have another tip for you. I used to make my own laundry detergent. So I have all of these. This is the, oh, I don't know, some super powdered stuff. And it had all these little containers laying around. So I took a piece of cardstock, I'm not cardstock, but DSP, and I wound it around here. It doesn't quite make it here. I just dumped all my garbage like this, but it is so, I just made a big mess. It is so convenient, and it's reusing that plastic, because you know that, what is it, ground, that, oh God, global warming is really a big problem. Okay, so now I'm going to put my words on here because I'm ready for it with my dimensionals. The moms do not have dimensionals. So it's going to open up, you see that? Open it up here. Then you open it up this way. Oh my God! And then you write whatever you want to in here, which I probably should have done that. Then you close it, and you close it, and it's like, ta-da! I just love it. Oh, and then you could take your opal rounds and put a few on here. I'm going to put one, oopsie. Oh, I can put one up there. That would make life. Maybe I will. I didn't do it on that other one. So you can put one there and one here, and look at them making it more interesting on the top. Yay! I don't like it. I'll probably just put another one here. And since there's 4, you always need an odd number. An odd number. So I'm going to put one over, where should I put it? Here, here. Yeah, I think here. Why not? So there's the card. And if you look at this one, because this designer series paper here is a little bit more interesting, it doesn't, I mean, I love the card. I just absolutely love this. Open that up and open that up, and I had a piece of DSP I just stuck on the side. So excited. And there are my 2 samples for the card that we made tonight. Yay! Next week we're going to do a Terry Gaines card. I'm pretty excited about that because it's the colors. I'm still going to use this paper just because, maybe I'll use something else. I haven't decided. Actually, I think I like this paper. So think of me this week as I get the moms to get their hair done, go to the new mother-in-law to be's house. We're going to do Molly's flowers. I get to help make the wreath thing that goes in Molly's hair. Then I go up on Friday to Duluth, and Molly and I will spend the night in a motel so that she's not with her fiance Sean, so they can surprise each other. They're getting married outside. They haven't picked the venue. They narrowed it down to 3, but anyway, and it really is going to be outside because her fiance and the minister, or the person who's performing the ceremony, is going to go out early and stomp down the snow, and we're going to bring camping chairs, and then Molly's going to come out from, should I be saying this? Well, I don't know. Too late. She's going to come out of the car with Tom's going to walk her to Sean, and it's just going to be so lovely. We're so excited. Anyway, that's the news from the crafty basement. Beth is here too. Hi, Beth. Oh my gosh. And Brian says it turned out great. And Jan says it's a fun card. And Beth, cute. I love recycling or upcycling. There you go. Thanks, you guys. I love you all. Have a great week. And I will be a mother-in-law this time next week. Be good and stay safe and pray for the Ukraine. Thanks. Bye.